Hello and welcome back to RailRoads Online. Today is payday. So, after we take in the cool sight of all four of these locomotives heading at us head on, we will run ourselves over here and load up our train for oil barrels. We are going to be using the Class 70 today. Believe that is number 66, and John D. Rockefeller, because this thing is all about getting paid and big mogul money. That's what this one is. So throw some wood in the old locomotive. Let that start heating up while we are loading it up. It's like we will have to reposition it slightly for the barrels. I think we just have to pull forward just a touch and we're good to go. Hopefully that does it. Let's take a run back and look. We don't want to be rolling too many of these on the ground if we can help it. This is where our money's at. These little rolly doors are a bit of a trick to get a hold of. I know last time I dumped a few barrels on the ground. Try to avoid doing that, especially now we know how much they're worth. We do deliver a lot of them, but this load is somewhere a little over $7,000 if I remember right, which is going to buy us our next new locomotive and rolling stock. Probably something out for the... I'm not exactly sure, to be honest. We know we need another wood train because as is, we're running the Heisler all over every time we need wood for something, and so it's getting parked in awkward places and stuff like that. So maybe another something with a lot of flat cars behind it, or the pole cars, pike cars, I don't know, whatever you want to call them. Something to move more lumber around. May be the next priority at this point. Or maybe we try like a 2 Heisler setup or something to see if we can move 10 coal cars at one time. Still would like to make that a normal achievement without having to relay a track just for that. So have to look into options, I guess, but we should have enough money after this one to definitely step up our game somewhere, or start stockpiling for tech tree locomotives, but I think we still probably have plenty of time for that. Alright, that one is done. 43, that's 44, that's 45, that's 46. Boom. No wastage. That was good. Alright, see if we can do it one more time. Nope. Let's go backwards. We'll leave the brake on just so we have some decent stoppage. This train is not heavy at all for the Class 70. It moves these along really pretty easily. So a little brake isn't gonna hurt a thing. Hey, we're bouncing around like a spring. Uh-oh. I really don't think that's gonna work, but oh, jackpot! Woohoo! Boy, I couldn't get any closer to not working, I'll tell you that. But hey, working is working. That's always been our motto here on Ant Inc. Railroad is if it works, probably don't need to fix it. Company motto. Getting by is good. One day we will worry about beautification acts, but we still have not reached that point yet. So we will just keep working what we got until then. Waiting for some updates really before we go too crazy. Pretty happy with the way everything's working out at this point, so no need for massive adjustments in anything, I guess. Just time to collect and have some fun running what we brung. So that's what we're doing. Incredibly large relief smokestacks here at the old school refinery. I wonder how, like, if that's anywhere. I mean, I know we obviously have big burn-off stacks, but that's I've never seen anything quite like those before, I guess, but that very well could have been what they looked like back in the day. It's my understanding most things in the game, they actually have like real life representation of them was at least somewhere at one point or another. So I'm led to believe that that's probably the case with those, but I could be totally wrong. 42. $46. Cap U. Done. 43. 44. Oh yeah. Nice. First time we got a full load of oil barrels and not one dropped on the ground. Our company incident reports are in decline. Soon we are going to get a 1-star safety rating on the Ant Inc. Railroad. I'm not exactly sure when that'll be, but one day soon. Striving for safety of all employees and the environment here on the old railroad. We definitely cannot say in the early days we were incident free, that's for sure. This turnaround is by far our biggest loop ever. Nice, huge, gradual. Trains are actually happy with this one. Never had a complaint. It's kind of nice. Boy, siding those 6 oil cars might be tight there. We might have to extend that out some. So I don't know that that's going to do it. It definitely covered the problem when we had 4, but I don't know about with 6. Looks like we're good on that switch, so we can pick up the pace. I know down at the ironworks we're going to have a real... Oh, we're going to have to stop, because I bet you we're going to have to move that Heisler forward ever so slightly, because I bet that's actually still parked in the way of our get out of here path. But I know that that switch is also probably switched down there, so we'd have to come to a stop anyway. Not that stopping this one I don't think is going to be too big a deal. Although I guess we do actually have other options. We could just kick it over onto the other rail. Sure we can. Now we can. Why not? Really simply, actually. Yeah, so we'll just do that. Let's go faster than the locomotive. Come on. Yeah, depending. So if the Heisler is in the way there, if we go... Well, it's either that or we kick the Heisler out of the way. You know what? Let's just kick the Heisler out of the way. Pull it in forward a little bit. Not going to be a big deal. But I'm pretty sure it's too long. And its tail is going to be in our doorway. Yep, exactly. That definitely would not fit another train through there. So we will flip that, pull you forward. What do we need? Half a car? We need a half a car. Not exactly sure if we built this Y long enough to have, or if it just worked out wide enough, I guess, is a better way to say it. To side another one here and be able to run around it on both sides, or not. Whoop, don't do that. We'll just pull it up to there. This is not the right switch to be throwing. But I gotta think that gets us by on this end, right? Not that we can come around the other side, but now I think we're good there. And I guess we could have just thrown the train over to this track and driven it around out that way, but that's not really the intended path. That Heisler needs to be moved back out towards the sawmill or out to one of the mines. Its intention was never to be parked out here, so that's kind of out of place currently. But I brought that wood out here, and I've been able to manage to do some loads out here, which are quite frankly much higher paying loads than anywhere else on the route. So being I have the stuff out here, I'm trying to get some money built up for the bank account. Never know what's coming. Hopefully when all the updates and everything come out, we don't have to totally restart our game. So if we have a little bit of money that's in the bank, that'll be nice to have, I guess, is the idea there. So I guess we are working in that department. Want everything to be nice and efficient to run in case we don't have to redo anything and we just go forward. But who knows? We could end up with a whole new map or something. If they do add passenger travel and mail, I don't know if they would just add new industries here or if we would get a whole new map, in which case maybe money follows you, maybe money doesn't follow you. Who knows? Would be nice to think we can build ourselves a little bit of a bank for those of us who've been playing, you know, early access. It would be nice to keep some of that loot going forward and be able to turn it into new locomotives and new stock a little sooner than having to rework everything. But either way, such is the challenge of doing things. Give it some gas and go. This one really pulls. I'm sure we could pull probably 10 or 12 of these cars, but filling them all would be absolutely, I don't know. I thought about adding more to this one because it would be nice to get a bigger payday, but I just don't see the case of where you'd have to be able to refill stock up there and stuff to get more than 4, so I don't see that coming at any time, to be honest. I think the 4 is kind of just payday, refill, and do it all over again. There's enough loads in between there that I guess I don't really see the value in just, stocking one of these trains over and over again. I'm sure some people probably have maxed out with barrels. I just have no idea what that would be. I'm a gigantic payday, I'm sure. 9% brake. There you go, pulling through the brake. I do lean towards, I like that the blue metal with the blue oil. The blue finish is great for this train. It's just too easy to call the Class 70 your favorite, so I tend to lean towards the Cook Mogul, but that may change when the spline update comes out, because the speed of the locomotives is going to change, so they can go a little more, I guess, closer to their real individual speeds, rather than, my understanding is they're all kind of capped at the same speed, I think, like representing 17 miles an hour or something like that, so they all kind of cap at a speed where that will not be the case. After the spline update, we get better interaction between the locomotives and the track splines, so apparently that's going to free up some speed, which will be nice to then the Class 70 may really be the way to go, because you can really just kind of haul it. Which is kind of why we've cleaned up some of this stuff, so that we have, a little better speed corners, I guess. Alright, we are going to have to check. Okay, we're good there. The second one we are not. So we're going to have to run up and flip that before we get there. Oh, shouldn't be too big a deal. And hopefully we can still get... I don't like that switch, how it sticks kind of into the... It doesn't really go into the wood, right? Like, it's right there, so it... So I did it because it's not really... It's not like it's impossible that it would be there. It's just highly improbable they would put a switch that close to the wood. But it's not like it's, it's not stuck in it or anything, so it's... We don't call that too bad. Alright, so again, for those who are interested in numbers, 4176 is where we're at, and we are going to unload them as fast as they can go. And just watch the money roll in to the bank account. Oh, hopefully they're all hitting the wood. I guess I didn't even... They look like they are. Things bounce when they don't, and everything's clipping the wood. It's just woof. That was kind of close, I guess. I should have taken a little more care. Last time we dropped them on the other side that we actually had the big payday, so... but it looks like it's working out okay on this side, so... Either side look to be good to go. Guess if it wasn't, we would have learned the hard way. Oh, here we are. We are finally in the money, ladies and gentlemen. We have, for the first time, over 10,000 in funds. We're 5 digits deep. There we go. So, a pretty good payday, $7,000 ish, and one trip, nice and easy, quick and painless. All right, well, that's oil barrels to the drop off. Thanks for tuning in. You all have a great day. Remember, if you can, like, share, subscribe. Subscriptions are free, but they will help the channel grow. Thank you much. Have a great day.